why frame in the unconventional 1:6:6:1 aspect ratio?
Well, to start with, I wanted to move away from Narcos. I wanted,
Okay.
this show, Griselda, to have its own looks. So, for example, Griselda doesn't have a voiceover. Griselda doesn't have archival footage. It's shot studio mode with very little handheld. It doesn't have a credit sequence. Every time we see her face for the first time in every episode, it's when the title card Griselda appears.
I love that.
So that, because it was a more intimate show than Narcos, which was a larger canvas about the war on drugs and a lot of players, this was much more intimate and character-driven. And I was always, when I thought about Griselda, I pictured a close-up. I thought, this is all about Sofia. This is Sofia's performance. She's, you know, so the 1:6:6, which is kind of a European Academy ratio, allowed us to concentrate on that character better without being too unconventional or strange or hipster. You know, it's just, it was, you know, it's a beautiful, and I liked it personally as a director. I think it's a beautiful aspect ratio.
It allows us to isolate her too without having to get too close with the camera, you know, because of the, in widescreen, you know, it's very good for tableaus, for multiple characters in the shot. But when you want to do a close-up, when you're surrounded by people, you have to get pretty tight to isolate someone. And in 1:6:6, it's a much more comfortable format for that. Also, you know, we discussed like the golden ratio, right? It was like, it's very, I think the golden ratio is like 1:6:1, so it's very,
very similar to the golden ratio.
Oh, I didn't know about that. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's the ratio that's more similar to the you know, that ratio in nature.
Okay.
That it's so perfect in a way. And you know, and beautiful films have been shot in this, you know, In the Mood for Love, Barry Lyndon.
Barry Lyndon was interesting.
You know, many others. And you don't even know. You know, it's not.
It's not obvious, but also.
No, I read about it. I mean, it's like I didn't. I didn't have an eye for that, but you know,
what was great for me too is coming off of 2 shows prior that were widescreen.
Yeah.
You know, you have to recalibrate your brain again. Like you're composing for a different canvas, right? And so
that's good.
If nothing else, it's just to observe the world differently.
Yeah, but you guys had parameters, these really interesting parameters between the core, and which it sounds like you stuck with, and then it built from there. It's really beautiful.